divine. Sorry. I did spectacles for the age. In the first place, I must apologize you for I'm not good at English, especially in pronunciation like this. If you can't catch my words, please imagine or apply your favorite word. I think that would be better than correct word. Now, I'm going to read a short piece titled Demon Seas. The leading character is a man who named Mr. Tanaka, yes. Thank you. Who just got out of prison. And I suppose he'd been in prison for a long, long time because of unwritten crime. He looked for work and tried to find the place to accept him, but he couldn't answer. At last, he reached an office, a modern, gorgeous, and swanky office where a few eccentric young men manage. They deal with something about a body reconstruction or body modification, and they themselves reconstruct their body. First one's tongue is split in two. Another one, she's girl. She extended her tongue. And the last one, here we go. Wait. Yeah. Tanaka was silent. He didn't want to see something else. He didn't want to see anything. Tanaka didn't come back out into the world to witness such things. He simply wanted to work. He was even willing to lick dirty ass. The last thing he wanted to see was a split tongue. Ken, come here for a sec. The man called to someone as he pushed the button on the table. The back door opened, and in came a large man with a grin on his face. The man gave the impression of a lump of mindless mass. He had piercing dangling not only from his ears, lips, and nose, but from his entire face. Ken, show me, Mr. Tanaka, what you've got. Still grinning, Ken pulled down his pants. Tanaka screamed, or rather tried to scream, yet no sound emerged. Tanaka just sat there, pitifully, his lips trembling. What happened to his dick? His dick is split in two. Oh, Mama, what's wrong with these people? What happened to the world while I was in the prison? Ken has undergone something called genital splitting. Think of it as a kind of enhanced urethrostomy. An incision is made in the penis from the base to the top, causing a clean split. They say it's quite painful. Yeah. The bleeding is heavy. Did you know the nerves of the penis are concentrated in the upper half, which is probably why it hurts so much. The surgery has also been known to cause erectile dysfunction, which means there is a risk. But if it goes well, you will have in your hand two fully functioning penises. So, what do you say, Tanaka? Are you wrapping your head around all this? Around the awesomeness of it all? The man and Ken exchanged knowing glances and smiled. But Tanaka didn't notice. By this point, Tanaka was barely listening. Oh, Mama, these peeps are insane. Absolutely bona fide insane. One of our most popular items today is a penile sub-incision. Basically, it's an incision to the underside of the penis. There are two types of it. And short sub-incision, where you can only the bottom part of the glans penis, is a perennial favorite. Think of it as a kind of congenital hypospadias. In most cases, the patient performs it on himself. To do it, you just clamp the incision area with a hemostat. But you've got to clamp it slowly. There's no pain at all if you use EMLA or some other local anesthetic. And you don't need to be a doctor to get EMLA. The drug is even a popular item at sex shops in the US. But it's harder to get in Japan, which is why we are trying to import it privately through our site. Anyway, once you've removed the hemostat, the incision area is now paper thin. It's a simple procedure, and it feels much better than inserting a silicone ball or something into, or at any rate, Mr. Tanaka. That's a long and short of it. This may all come as a bit of a shock at first, but I want you to understand what it is we are trying to import to Japan, namely body modification, or better yet, body reconstruction. The altering of your body according to a preferred image. Customers contact us through our site. We provide the information, and eventually they provide us with new information and images, and then we publish it. We receive payment, which is set at a fixed rate. This is already a booming industry in the US. People into the staff have few places to go. Our site is at once a hospital, a temple, and a convenient store, all wrapped in one. There are just some legal issues to clear first. After all, we are walking a fine line between legality and illegality. I've also heard rumors that the Yakuza are plotting to penetrate that industry, and that the location of our site is being tracked. This line of business is no cakewalk, nor is it entirely safe. But it is, after all, a growing industry. You getting all this, Mr. Tanaka? I'm sorry, may I use the restroom? This was all Tanaka could muster to say. He hobbled to his feet. He felt right in the head. His nausea persisted. He entered the restroom and urinated. He looked at his penis. It was not yet split. Computers were installed even in the restroom. The screen was explaining some kind of site. A video was playing too. Click here for information regarding leg removal. Leg removal is a form of limb amputation. Please proceed to the next window. You may now retrieve our video footage of a leg removal. A man lay on an operating table. His face was covered with a cloth. One of his legs was missing. A chunk of flesh from his remaining side had been lopped off, and the white bone lay exposed. A surgeon began to cut into the bone with something like a saw, until eventually the entire leg dropped to the floor with a thud. Tanaka left the restroom and returned to the office. Ken was lying down naked on the desk. His penis was furiously erect. Marianne took turns licking with her long tongue the two penises that crossed at a 15-degree angle. Her tongue looked like a snake curled in the branches of a tree. The man with the digital camera turned to Tanaka and winking, said, "Here, take over the filming for a bit. I'm going to join. Just hold it steady like this." Tanaka walked towards the desk. He took out a knife from his duffel bag. Then, in a single swift motion, he slid the knife along the man's jaw. Blood gushed from his jaw as water from a ruptured pipe. His throat had been split open right down the side. The man appeared unable to comprehend what was happening. He looked as if he was about to say, "Come now, enough with the jokes." Yet, he did look bewildered. Then, just like that, the man toppled over. At such time, the thought processes of a man cease altogether. Ken and Marianne dumbly stared at Tanaka as he approached them, smiling, knife in hand. Tanaka grabbed hold of Ken's penis, both penises. Then, with great ease, he lopped them off. What? Foaming at the mouth, Ken began to weep. Tanaka now turned toward Marianne, who stood there frozen, jamming his fingers into her mouth. Tanaka gave her tongue a brisk tug and slid the knife sideways across it. "Oh, Mama, these people are demon beasts. No sane person could ever do what they do. Just think what the world would come to if such demon beasts got their way. Don't you see, Mom? These beasts are trying to turn the world on its head. It's like what the doctor said, the shrink who was in charge of me in prison. You are not a Batman. You are not an animal. You are not evil. Something just came over you at the moment. A kind of veil was laid over your eyes. You had no choice in the matter." That's what he told me, Mom, and he was right too. I'm sure we. How else could I have slit yours and daddy's throat? That wasn't me who did that, man. That wasn't my deed. That was a deed of some demon beast I don't even know. Which is why I must see to it that such demon beasts never again roam the earth. You understand me, don't you, man? Tanaka took hold of the still waiting Ken's hair and, placing the knife behind his jaw, drew it slowly. The blade cut through the muscles and tendons, and he could feel it arrive at the bone. Putting his weight into it, Tanaka continued to saw back and forth. He felt it cut through the bone. Then he let go of the hair. The head dropped to the floor. Now just one more to go. Tanaka turned toward Mary Ann. Her face wore an uncanny expression. This was not the expression of any human. At least, that's what Tanaka thought. This is the expression of a demon beast. Suddenly, everything came into focus. The veil had been lifted. Tanaka grabbed Mary Ann's hair. It was like grabbing the hair of a doll. This time, there was altogether no resistance. That's all.